Hey, Crew Jones here. Gonna show why the first punch I like to show people is a thumb up punch, which looks like an 8. The reason why is we want you to corkscrew. But if you start doing that too early, a bad habit can get developed where your elbow pops out. If I were to take my hand and my hands are up tight in the guard, and to show new students, I got their hands up nice tight in the guard, I'll grab their hand and I'll turn their thumb down, and that makes their elbow pop out. And if my elbow pops out here, every time I go to throw a punch, my elbow kind of shows what's happening. So every time I go to throw a punch, it's like, here come a punch, here come this punch again. When you teach people to throw with their thumb up, their thumb knuckle up, it helps them keep that straight line shot. So it helps them keep their elbow in. Then when you're gonna learn to corkscrew, because corkscrews are good, because it puts a nice little snap on there, a little pop. If you got boxing gloves on, it helps with like a cutting and digging. You don't need much help cutting when you got bare knuckles. It puts a little extra pop and snap on it too. When you're gonna do the corkscrew, gets people used to throwing punches and keeping their elbows in. So you're maintaining like a straight line kind of shot. So straight line shot, it's harder to read than things that are opening up or pulling back, different ways that people telegraph their punches. Create that good habit of keeping your elbow from popping out. Another way I've worked on getting my fighters to keep their elbows from popping out in the past is they can do a drill up against a wall or a heavy bag, even just where the heavy bag's right by their elbow, and they throw their punches. And if the wall's right here and they're throwing their punches, it should be good. But if elbow pops out, they either nudge the heavy bag or they pop the wall and they can feel it. So it's a little frame of reference. Eventually, you do add the corkscrew. Corkscrew's good, but a lot of people just let their fighters throw it, and then after time, they kind of count on their fighters developing and getting it proper. The corkscrew, you want to add about 2/3 down the line. If I add my corkscrew too early, like we showed with the little example of the thumb down, my elbow pops out. If I add it a little mid, my elbow flares out a little bit, less and less the further out I go. So I want to throw that punch, and at right about halfway, I'm going to corkscrew. So that keeps it hidden. Right about halfway, corkscrew. So corkscrew halfway, not too early. Too early, your elbows pop out, and that's just like telling somebody, hey, I'm gonna punch you right now. You okay with that? You're gonna stay there where I'll punch you? I'll punch you right now. So punch number 1 that we always show people, we get people to work straight line shots a lot. A lot of combos you can build off a jab and a cross, and then especially if you're adding legs in there, kicks, knees, and elbows. Jab and cross, the first punch I like them to learn is the thumb up. So that's punch number 1 for us, is a thumb up punch. That helps create a good habit for people down the road. Because if you get somebody that's been training like 4 or 5 years, their elbows are flaring out, it's really easy to see, and high level guys will exploit that on you. In our boxing system, we've got 11 punches, so look forward to some more videos on each punch, their purpose, why they're taught in a certain way. If you might be interested in these kind of things, breaking down certain punches, those 11 punches moving forward, or just other techniques in general, how to wrap your hands, whatever it might be. If anyone has any questions, certain punches, certain strikes, certain setups, certain moves, certain reasons why people do things in boxing, MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, grappling, judo, whatever it might be, just put a comment on the thing down in the thing. Be happy to bust out a video for that. Be sure to like and subscribe, hit the thing. Thank you very much, and train hard. Straight line.